Hey, welcome back. My name's Sky, and today we're going to be talking about the Somnia Tarot. So quick background on the Somnia Tarot. It's made by artist Nicholas Bruno. He is a sculptor, a costume maker, a photographer, and all these elements went into this deck, which is why it's really unique looking, really visually striking. I'm excited to get into it. Oh, I just hit myself in the face with the box. This deck went as viral as I feel like a tarot deck can go. Everyone I know is reposting it, even people who aren't super into tarot. And I think it's because he's also this visual artist, this fine artist, and the Met reposted his work. That's how I saw it. Okay, first impression, the blue bag and the gold shining through, super gorgeous. I'm just so impressed that they created all these different scenes out of costume and photography and all of these models. I mean, of course they Photoshop, they edited. You can just tell that it's someone in a costume in a specific place, by the ocean, and they actually have smoke bombs going off behind them. That's just so much work. It kind of blows my mind. And they did this for 78 different cards. Super worth it. That's a super fair price for an indie deck. Before we get more into the imagery of the deck, every person into tarot knows that the feel of the cards, very important. The cards in this deck are a good thickness though. As you can see, it's a little pliable, but it's not super thin. This is a classic Smith Rider-Waite deck, and as you can see, they're a lot more bendy, but even these, I don't consider super thin and disappointing. Instead of wands to represent fire, they have candlesticks, which I think is really cool. And they use buckets for water, which I think is cool. It has that antique feel that the candlesticks have. Here's the 10 of cups. It still says cups on the card. It doesn't say buckets. I think that's because buckets is not a very sexy word. All the faces are covered. Whenever you're wearing masks, it's that I think it's Uncanny Valley, where when you can't see someone's face, it's automatically creepy. And this one with the hands coming out of the chest. And that's because this deck was based on the artist's dreams, sleep paralysis, nightmares. And for that reason, it has that eerie quality, which makes this a really good deck for things like shadow work, for things like looking at your fears, looking at your anxieties. This one, the person standing on, is it 3 chairs? 3 chairs. This card is about balancing maybe your work-life balance, balancing the material things in your life. Are you focused too much on money? Are you focused too much on partying? It can go either way, right? And balancing on chairs adds this extra visceral reaction, especially for me because I'm afraid of heights. And so that's the cool part about this deck. I think it's going to really reach in there and make you think about what you are afraid of and maybe how that's holding you back, how you're getting in your own way. And I think that's what tarot is really powerful at doing anyways. So this deck does it in a really, I keep using the word visceral way. The only caveat I would give to that is there's a lot of rope in this deck, a lot of rope around necks, a lot of gallows imagery. And if that is something that is triggering to you at all, or just for any reason, this deck probably wouldn't be for you. And I think if you're reading for clients, you should let them know that ahead of time. That's just something to be mindful of in this deck. Oh my god, this one where the face is popping out of that bucket, I'm that's cool. I love the coins because it's the logo of the artist. It seems like they made these big coins, or maybe they photoshopped them. I don't know. They look very tangible still. It doesn't look oh, that's Photoshop. It looks like I could touch it. The Queen of Cups feels super cool to me. It feels very like the pouring out of the bucket and holding in that position, and the way she looks kind of disheveled. It also feels very releasing, but releasing in a way. The process of releasing emotions is not always pretty. This deck would really reflect that kind of messiness. I love how it portrays the Wheel of Fortune, because the Wheel of Fortune is about how things are always changing, time always continues on, and the burning of the clock is kind of fuck you to time. Can I say that? 2 of Swords, gorgeous. The one thing I was wondering about with this deck is okay, so it's these images that are a little spooky, a little eerie. How are they going to manage cards that tend to be about like happiness, joy, fulfillment, right? The aesthetic might not translate so well to those themes. Normally the sun, right, is that like happy little baby with the sun behind them, and they're riding a white horse. There is a red flag. So the way this deck has it, there is still a white horse, there's still a red flag, and it does feel a little less eerie. Maybe it's talking about that like other side of happiness. It's like, what does that evoke in you? Does it evoke a sense of dread? Like that could be a thing where you're like scared to fully relax, fully let yourself enjoy things. Overall, if you are really intrigued by this deck, if it like fits your aesthetic, or you want to go more into subconscious, shadow work, examining your fears kind of work in tarot, I think this deck would be perfect for it. It's good for both beginners and like intermediate, advanced, all levels. Let me know what you think of the Somnia Tarot. Do you like it? Did you buy it? Are you gonna buy it? And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.